I just got my first piece of original art, and it's time for me to show it to you. Welcome back to Comics Are Dope. I'm BJ Kicks, and I tried recording this video like 3 times already. I've botched every attempt, but as I'm filming this, today is my birthday, and I wanted to open something special on my birthday, as most people do. But very recently, I made my first original art purchase. Now, you might remember a little while back, my homie Bunkmaster B actually gifted me my first piece of original comics art. It was like a Blue Line sketch. It was an unpublished work of Miles Morales and Kingpin. It was really dope. I really liked it. And that kind of was the bug that bit me. And I had been looking at original art. I had been eyeing pages, but I never quite closed the deal on any until now. You know, we just recently bought a home, and I was just like, you know what? A piece of original comic art would really set off the new comic book space. And so I now have my first piece. Now, I actually recorded the unboxing already, but I forgot to turn on the microphone. So, all right, just had to look and make sure it's actually recording this time. But I wanted to do something special. I kind of even went all out, and I'm recording this on my main camera, but I also have my phone propped up for a top-down view as well. And so without further ado, let's just go ahead and take a look. I guess I can still do a little bit of a surprise factor, right? So if you look, changing up the camera view, I've got a piece of original art right here. Got the issue that it comes from right here. And let's see. You know what? Let's unveil the issue first. That'll be cool, right? So what I have here is an original piece of art from Icon, issue number 36, The Final Fate of the Earth. This is like very late in the Dwayne McDuffie Icon run. It's got art by Mark Bright, inks by Romeo Tong Hall. And without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at the page that I got, shall we? So this is page 16 of Icon issue 36. So just for a little bit of background, there was a whole meeting of the minds, and there's this group called the Cooperative that Icon's an alien. So Icon is an alien, and part of his mission was kind of scoping out this world, trying to decide if they should still exist or not, right? And so, Rocket's supposed to kind of go and prove the Earth's worth and make a case, a real case as to why the human race should continue to exist. And this is her at that meeting to kind of state her case as to why Earth should be allowed to remain in the universe. And she does it in a very interesting way that I don't want to spoil, but I really love this page. So this is page 16. And like I said, it's penciled by Mark Bright, MD Bright, Doc Bright, who I just talked about in a video that you're going to see either today or tomorrow, because he did some Iron Man stuff in an Epic collection that I was just reviewing. But I really love the art in this. Mark Bright also did a lot of work on Green Lantern. He also did and created Quantum and Woody with Christopher Priest. So there have been a lot of opportunities to get milestone pages, but they were always just a little bit out of my price range or just not good timing. But this time around, I found a good deal on eBay, and I couldn't let it go. To have a page from the late Mark Bright is awesome. And it's also really cool because Icon was actually the first milestone series that I read. I didn't read Static first, even though Static became my favorite character. It was Icon and Rocket that really made me kind of fall in love with what Milestone was and the conversations that they were having and the stuff that you were I feel like Icon probably best represents what made Milestone so different from all the other imprints that popped up in the 90s. But this page is special to me for a number of reasons. One, it's drawn by the late Mark Bright. Two, it's Rocket, who is my favorite character in the Icon book. Perhaps my second favorite character in the Milestone universe behind Static. I don't know. They kind of flip-flop. They're like 1A and 1B, honestly. But also because if you look, it's actually on milestone paper. And I thought that was really cool as well. Like, gosh, that is really awesome. So it says, check box if page has been checked by editorial, check if it's been reproduced to watercolor paper. Because, milestone, that's interesting. So before it got color, they would reproduce it. They would copy it onto the watercolor paper for Noelle or whoever to paint the colors, because Noelle Giddings was gone at this point at Milestone, but she did sort of pioneer that watercolor format. This is like in the early days of digital colors where, the digital stuff didn't always look as good. Now this looks good or not, depending on what paper it's printed on. That by this point, they've got the Milestone 100 format, so you're getting the glossy paper, and the colors really stand out on this. But let's go to the page that this exists on. And here we go. I don't think this is time for your reminiscing. I must concur, Raquel. I love that icon is on this page as well. And it's also cool just to see like the differences between the inks and the colored or painted page. This is one of those instances where I think I like the original art even better than the colored art, which is dope. But gosh, man, I don't know. There's really not much left to say about this, but I'm so excited to own an original piece of Milestone artwork. Like, come on, man, come on. But yeah, so this issue is actually like the end of a story arc, or basically, because I don't want to keep talking about it. I'm going to spoil something if I keep talking about this book. Just know that I'm very excited that I own it. So rest in peace to the late Mark Bright, who passed away just under a year ago. I think he passed away last March 2024. And man, to have a page with so much Rocket on it, because Rocket's my favorite character in this book, but also still get Icon. That's awesome. And shout out to Romeo Tong Hall, who did a great job on the inks. I do also love, by the way, that this is before like people were emailing pages back and forth. So this is the paper that the pencils were done on. So this is likely Mark Bright's handwriting right here, right? And then you can actually see like there's a faint pencil line right here. It got cleaned up a little bit, and this line didn't get all the way erased. There's you can see a little bit of the raw pencil right here as well on the on Rocket's glove. So I love that there's still some pencil that you can see. It didn't fully get erased. Even the guidelines, you can see where the panels were originally drawn. So that's really cool. I love that you can see how the ink, like it wasn't fully black, like it was black enough. And they, obviously like in post, they'll black it out even more. Yeah, so that gets like straight up blacked out. But here you can kind of see like the washy effect of the ink. So that's cool. But then also, I wonder why. So like I'm looking, and this was originally lettered on this art. Oh, I know why. Okay. So you can see the glue of where the actual word balloons were. Right. So this book was hand lettered. Who lettered this? Steve Dutrow lettered this page or this book. And you can see where the word balloons were added after the art, and you can see the actual letters here. But because this had to be reproduced and the colors don't get colored on the same page as the art, I guess they had to do the letters, like kind of screen the letters out and then repost them or paste them later in the process. So that's interesting as well, because if I'm looking through, like depending on the light, you can actually see the letters kind of coming through the corrective tape. If I were better at this. Oh, you know what? Let's take it out of this plastic. Why not? You know, I probably should put on some gloves or something. Maybe I won't take it out. I'm not going to take it out because I don't have like white gloves or something to handle this with. But I'm really curious to see like if this corrective tape could come off clean and I could have those letters on this page. That would be really cool. But I'm probably not going to chance it, to be honest with you, because this stuff has been here forever. The glue where the word balloons were pasted on is starting to yellow, and that's a really cool effect. Man, the more I look at this page, the more I'm like in love with it. So shout out to Steve-O's Collectibles on eBay. That's where I got this page. There were not any more available. And, you know, these milestone pages don't come available very often at all. So I'm glad I jumped on it because the only other pages that I've actually seen available online, they got gobbled up, but they were original pages from Hardware, Dennis Cowan pages. And I wish I had gotten one of those, but it was too rich for my blood. But hey, I got a Dennis Cowan page coming soon. So stay tuned. That'll be my second original art unboxing. And that's gonna be so great. Anyway, that's gonna do it for me. Thanks for watching my original art unboxing. And hey, it's still my birthday. So if you wanna, donate to the United Negro Comics Fund, I'll put a link in the description down below. And I'll see you guys in another video soon. Until then, stay safe, stay awesome, and read something dope today. Peace.